Okay, so today we are going to do a full body strength circuit. I have workout gloves just because I don't like the feeling of those dumbbells on my hands, that calloused feeling. But we're doing something called a tri-set. So we're going to be doing exercises kind of in groups. So we're going to start with shoulder rack squats. We will be supersetting those or tri-setting those with clamshells on the left, then the right. The second group of exercises is going to be sumo squats, superset or tricep with lateral lunge left to the right. Third set is going to be a narrow chest press. We'll be reclined on our back. And then we're going to come into all fours for tricep kickbacks, both sides, followed by bent over rows in a tabletop, left side, right side. And then we're going to be doing bent over flies. So really targeting our back in that group. The last set of exercises is going to be shoulders. So we're going to sit down for our Z presses, then come into a single arm lat raise on the right, then on the left. And we're going to spice things up at the end of each grouping of exercises. We are going to do a minute of yoga bike. Then we're going to do this entire circuit 3 times. So the timing is a little bit less today because there's much more exercises. I think there's 15 in total. We're going to be doing 30 seconds of work. So really grabbing those heavy dumbbells, really challenging yourself here with 15 seconds of rest. And again, like I said, we're going to be going through this circuit 3 times. Okay. So I have for this circuit a 30 single dumbbell for my sumo. So enabling me to go nice and heavy with that. For my shoulder rack squats and a lot of the other exercises, I'm going to be using a 15-pound dumbbell. And then for more of the accessory work, I'm going to be using 10 pounds. So a little bit of variety here, just so you guys know what I'm kind of working with. But I want you to challenge yourself. Make sure you are sweating, your heart rate is up. You are feeling more fatigued towards the end of those 30 seconds, especially set 3 or 2 and 3. Yeah, so I will demo what we're doing. And then we're going to get started with a little warm up right into that exercise. And then our cool down. So shoulder rack squats, you're going to hold your set of dumbbells up by your shoulders. You can rest them right on there. Your feet can be hip width apart. Toes can turn out just slightly if you'd like. And we're going to be sitting down nice and low, a controlled tempo down, and all the way back up, keeping that chest lifted. All right. And then for our clamshells, we're coming down to our left side. You can have your left arm as a little bit of a kickstand for your head. Knees are together, heels are together, but this time we're going to lift our heels up off the ground. And we are going to work here, really abducting that right leg. You should feel this in the glute med. Start to fire up. We're going to flip over and do the opposite side. I won't demo that because it looks the exact same. Then we're going to get our nice heavy dumbbell. We've done sumo squats before. Feet are nice and wide, toes turn out. We're going to be holding the dumbbell on the handle. So I don't want you holding it here. You're not going to be able to get the depth. So holding that dumbbell handle, sinking down nice and low, chest stays lifted. Again, that nice slow tempo. And then I'm going to drop that heavy dumbbell. I'm going to get one of my 15s for our lateral lunges. So we're going to stay with our legs nice and wide. And I'm going to lean into that left leg, the dumbbell reaching towards my left heel, chest stays up. And then to switch, we'll be switching hands, leaning into that right leg, toes are facing forward. Good. Coming down to our back for our narrow press. Feet are staying on the ground. If you want more core, bring your knees up to a 90. We're going to hold the dumbbells together, bringing them down to our chest and back up. So a nice narrow chest here, or press here. Then we are going to be coming onto all fours, grabbing one of your lighter dumbbells. For our tricep kickback, bending that elbow so it's at that 90 degrees. We're going to keep the elbow tucked into our side and extend that arm back. Core stays engaged here. And then we'll switch sides for that. Coming back into our tabletop for our rows. I'm coming back to that 15 dumbbell. I'm in my table, core is in, driving that elbow back towards my hip, rowing that dumbbell up. Then we'll switch sides. Then coming into our bent over flies. So you're gonna come up to standing, hinge forward, soft bend to the knees, core is engaged. Dumbbells are down in front of you. We're gonna open our arms up to the side, squeezing our shoulder blades together. From there, coming back down to a seat for our shoulders. So Z press, super tough. Sitting up nice and straight. Legs are wide, toes are flexed. So curl those toes back towards your face. Keep those legs nice and active. Dumbbells up towards your shoulder. We're gonna come into a narrow press. Pressing those dumbbells up to the ceiling, keeping your core in, spine is long. Whew. Lastly, grabbing that lighter set of dumbbells, we're gonna come into a single arm lateral raise. So arm coming out to the side. Still targeting those shoulders. We'll switch sides. You'll be able to feel any little imbalances when we do single arm, which side feels tougher. To finish off all of those exercises, we're gonna come back down to our back. Fingers are gonna interlace behind the head, make a little basket for your head to hang nice and heavy. Elbows come in, tuck that chin in towards the chest. Knees are at that 90. Elbow and knee into center, or opposite elbow and knee. Extend the other leg out, and we're gonna switch. We're here for a minute. All right. That is our circuit today. So it should be nice and spicy, hitting all of those major muscle groups. All right, so come up to standing. Let's get warmed up. All right, torso rotation. Make sure you're breathing throughout the entire exercise. Bring those feet nice and wide. We're gonna come into windmill. So right hand touches for those left toes, opposite arm reaches up to the ceiling. You should feel a nice deep stretch down the back of the leg. Good, come back to center. Reach that right arm across the chest, hook it in, stretch for the shoulder, the back. Good. And let's switch sides. Nice, bring those feet together, right arm reaches up and over towards the left, little stretch for our side body. Allow that left hinge to slide gently down the leg. And let's switch sides. Good, let's warm up those hips, back to center, in and out with that right knee, working the right hip, getting it ready for our squat, our sumo squat. Today isn't overly leg heavy, which is great. And switch sides again. In and out with that left knee. And back to center. Let's just do 5 body weight squats to get warmed up. Feet are hip width apart. Let's sink down for 1, 2, slow it down, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. So I'm gonna set the timer. Again, that's 30 seconds of work. So usually we work for about 35, 40. So dropping about 5 seconds off our work time today. So it's gonna count us down and we're coming into the shoulder rack squats to begin. Get those dumbbells up to your shoulder. For 3, 2, and 1, we are squatting. A nice slow, steady movement here. Try not to allow momentum to kick in. Really feel that lengthening through your glutes. Exhale to push up. Good job. We have 5 seconds left. 2, and rest. Right down to our mat, laying on our left side for those clamshells. If you have bands you want to use, feel free. If you want to place a dumbbell on the outside of that right leg, you can. Heels together and elevated. Knees come together, then apart. We're just holding here. That left or the right hand can come down in front of the body. Little kickstand for stability. Good. You should be feeling that right glute start to fire up. Slow control. For 2 and rest. Let's flip over to our right side. All right, we're down, knees together, heels together. Elevate those heels up off the ground. Left hand can be in front for a little kickstand. And we are working 30 seconds here. Make sure you're breathing, slow control here. If you're using bands, you'll probably feel your glute fire up much quicker. Less than 10. For 2 and rest. Good job. Grab that really heavy dumbbell. We're coming up for our sumos. So we're holding the handle. Feet are nice and wide. Toes are turned out just slightly. And we're going to bend the knees, sit the glutes down. See if you can get those thighs parallel with the ground. Good. Slow, controlled movement. If you're moving too quickly, grab a heavier dumbbell. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We have 10 seconds here, then we're going to come into lateral lunges. For 2 and rest. Good job. Grab one of your dumbbells here. Feet stay nice and wide, but our toes are going to face forward. Our right hand has the dumbbell. We're going to work through that left leg. So we're bending through that left knee, sending that left hip back, coming back up to center. Keep the chest lifted. If you're still using that one heavy dumbbell, you can hold it across your chest. If this helps keep that chest lifted just a bit better. Good. 2 and rest. We're going to come into the opposite side. 10 seconds here. Let that heart rate come down just a bit. Whew. 2 and we are bending through that right knee, sending that right hip back. Again, you can be holding the dumbbell up to your chest. The left hand can have it, and it's coming to the inside of that right ankle. Depends what feels best for you. You can even have 2 dumbbells in that shoulder rack position still. Good job. 2 and rest. Coming down to our mat. Working through our chest for our narrow presses. So you have a set of dumbbells in your hands. You're on your back. Dumbbells together. And we're bringing the dumbbells down to our chest. Exhale to push up. Good job. I find these narrow dumbbell or narrow presses so much more difficult than the traditional chest press. Good. 5 seconds. We're coming into those tricep kickbacks next. And rest. Let's come onto all fours. Grab a lighter dumbbell. Little accessory work for our tricep. Core is engaged. We're in that table. Bend that elbow 90 degrees. Send that dumbbell back. Sending it back towards the hip. Trying to keep that elbow in place. Lock it in. Good. Gaze is down. Spine is neutral. Core is in. Breathing. Good. 5 seconds. Whew. And rest, roll that dumbbell to the left hand. Oh, those were fiery. Definitely felt that in the back of my right arm. Right hand is down, left hand has the dumbbell. Bring that elbow up towards the side, extend that arm back. Good. Lower half of the body is nice and stable. Core is engaged. Movement coming from that elbow, extension back. So much tougher on this side for me. Can feel that little imbalance in strength from my right side, which is my dominant side, to my left. All right, dumbbells down. Let's reach for that one heavier dumbbell. We're gonna come into those bent over or the tabletop rows. All right, right hand has the dumbbell, bringing that elbow back and towards the hip, rowing that dumbbell up. If you have a chair, you can be holding the back of a chair for a little bit of stability, rowing that one dumbbell up. If it feels better to be in a standing position here, little less work on that opposite shoulder, holding yourself in table, so whichever you'd like. Just make sure your core is engaged for either position here. And we're resting. Stop. Let's switch sides. Left hand has the dumbbell. We're in that table or you're standing in that bent over row. Bringing that left elbow back and up. Again, or you're standing if that's better. Hinge, core is in. Throwing that elbow back and up towards the hip. I don't want to see the dumbbell coming up towards your chest like this. Back and up. Good. And rest. If you're not already on your feet, make your way there. Grab those lighter dumbbells. We're coming into those flies. So right in that hinge position, core is engaged. Pull it in, arms out to the side. Palms are facing each other here. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and together. And breathe. Good. Definitely feeling my upper back burning. Good. And rest. These V presses are going to be super tough after working our upper body. All right, we're sitting down, legs wide, feet are flexed, dumbbells up to our shoulder, pressing. Exhale to drive those dumbbells up towards the ceiling. Sitting nice and tall, core is in. We are halfway. These are absolutely killing me. Woo! All right, we have 5 seconds. Take a little breather if you need to, and rest. Oh my goodness. Okay, coming up to our feet, one lighter dumbbell for our single arm lateral raise. So instead of stopping when the exercise gets a little bit tough, we are working here, out to the side. Try coming into a drop set where you're just lowering the weight, but you're continuing. 10 was a bad idea for this. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds left. Woo. And we still have the left side to do. And rest 15 seconds. I might actually need to grab lighter dumbbells for these. Whew. Hopefully you guys are feeling this. My heart rate is way up there. Sometimes these little, and we're working, accessory movements really get my heart rate going. Try lifting that dumbbell Slow and control. Really want to feel the muscles around our shoulder working here. So exhale to lift. Good job. Nice. For 3, 2, and rest. Good job, guys. 15 seconds. We just went through all 15 exercises, and we have our little core finisher here before we grab some water. So come down on your back. We're coming into yoga bite. Interlace those fingers behind the head. Get ready. And we are going here, opposite knee into elbow. Really find that rotation with the upper body. Good job. We have 45 seconds left. Good, good, good. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure that lower back is firmly planted on the mat. Good job here. These are going to get tough as we continue to do them at the end of that circuit. Good, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Grab some water. Woo. All right. Getting ready for round 2. So doing that entire circuit again, still tough with the 30 seconds. So make sure you're challenging yourself, grabbing a weight that is going to leave you feeling that muscle burn, a little bit of breathless, feeling really good, feeling really strong. All right. And we're gonna take just another moment here, and then we're coming right back in to all 15 of those exercises, finishing it off with that core. So we are getting up on our feet, grab those dumbbells, timer started. So we have 3, 2, 1, shoulder rack squat, thinking nice and low. Chest stays lifted. Dumbbells are resting on the shoulder. After these squats, we're coming into those clamshells. We have 10 seconds left here. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and rest. Coming down to the mat, laying on our left side. Heels and knees together. Then we're gonna elevate the heels up off the ground and abducting that right knee up towards the ceiling, really feeling this in the right glute. Again, if you want to rest a dumbbell on your thigh, little added resistance, you can do that as well. If you had time to slip on some booty bands, this will be absolutely burning. It is already for me. 2, and let's switch sides. All right. We're on our left. No, we're on our right. Working our left. Heels up, heels together, knees together, and 30 seconds here. Good. Try to really squeeze on that open. Halfway, then back into our sumo squat with our lateral lunges. Followed by our chest and tricep sequence, our back sequence, and then our shoulder and rest. Up on your feet, grab that really heavy dumbbell for our sumos. Whew. All right, holding that dumbbell by the handle, Feet nice and wide. You can turn those toes out just slightly. And let's go 30 seconds here. Sitting that bum back, getting those thighs parallel. Think nice and low, slow control movement. Exhale to drive out of your squat. Good. Less than 10 on the clock. Time's going by fast. Doesn't mean it's easy. And rest. Grabbing for a shoulder rack for our lateral lunge. Holding one across the chest. Holding one down towards the ankle. Whatever feels best. Feet are wide, toes face forward. We are lunging to our left side first. Good. Exhale to drive up. Really sending that left glute back. Halfway through. Nice. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Don't go too far. Coming into our right side. Slow that breath down. My heart rate is right up there this morning. Whew. All right. Bending into that right knee. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale to bend. Exhale back to center. 10 seconds left. For 4, 3, 2, and rest. Let's go down to the mat. Both dumbbells in hand for our narrow press. Keep that lower back rounded to the mat. If you're using or doing a little extra core, knees are up, 90-degree bend. Lowering the dumbbells to the chest, pressing up. Definitely feeling fatigued. We're at about our halfway point of the entire workout. Woo. Keep challenging yourself, keep going. If you don't have any lighter dumbbells to continue and you're feeling like your presses are a little bit too much, come into a modified push-up if you'd like. Still working that chest. Okay, we're in that tricep extension. We're in our tabletop, right hand has the dumbbell, bring that elbow 90-degree up by our hip, extend that dumbbell back towards the back of the workout space. Good job. Should feel the back of your arms firing up here. Good. Whew. And rest. Left hand gets that dumbbell now. The left side that really does it for me with these kickbacks. That's why I love to work single-sided exercises, because you can try to rectify any imbalances. Okay, we're working our left. Good. Keep that elbow in place. We're just extending through that joint, sending that dumbbell back. Try to keep the core engaged here. Good. And rest. Oh man, that side really does it. All right, we're coming into the bent over rows. I'm actually gonna get out of the tabletop to do this. I find it's a little bit more comfortable just in that hinge. We're working our right side first. So I'm gonna come into that bend over position, driving that elbow back towards my hip. You can be in the tabletop for this too. If you find you are more stable through the core, through that lower back. Again, we're just not bringing our elbow up, dumbbell up towards our shoulder. We're driving it back towards our hip. Good. and switch arms. Whew, upper body is getting a workout today. Coming into our left side bent over rows. Then we're gonna come into those flies. All right, come into that hinge of your table, drive elbow back towards the hip. Keep your core engaged. Try not to arch through that lower back. Good. Squeezing that left shoulder blade back. Good. Less than 10. Spine is neutral. Core is in. Breath is slow and controlled, and rest. Sometimes when I go to the next exercise, like these flies, I think to myself, why did I put them in this sequence and grab 10 pounds? All right, we're hinging forward, palms facing in, arms out to the side. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and together. Good job. These are tough. Whew. These are one of those exercises I find it so hard to progress in weight, depending on how many reps I do. This is anywhere between 8 pounds and 15 pounds if it's low reps. All right, Z presses. Again, thinking to myself, why are we doing Z press? Right, because women often don't work their shoulders enough. All right, pressing those dumbbells up, legs wide, core engaged. Exhale to drive up. Try not to lean back, shoulders stacked over the hip. Halfway. 10 seconds. You can tell these are heavy for me. I'm pausing, allowing my breath to help me drive and rest. Holy moly. All right, up on our feet, single arm lateral raise. Again, this is one of those really tough accessory workouts or exercises that really get that burn. Right hand has the dumbbell, out to the side. I'm out to the side in about a 45-degree angle, so not directly out. This is gonna really help me not bring so much of my traps in and work more of my shoulder, my delts. Good job. 5 seconds. That shoulder should be on fire, rest. Holy. Sculpting some nice arms here. Woo. Most women think they gotta do all the bicep curls, get really shapely arms. It's actually these shoulders and tricep workouts. All right, opposite side. So again, I'm on that 45 slight angle forward versus directly to my side. So directly to my side, working like this. My trap is really fired. I'm gonna come on a little 45-degree angle to the side, working the top of my shoulder, the side of my shoulder, a little bit of the front of my shoulder versus up here, those traps up by my neck, and rest. All right, that was it for round 2. Let's get into that yoga bite stance. Then we'll have our water break last time around. All right. Timer is on. Here we go. Opposite elbow to knee. Make that little basket so you're not reaching with your face. You're coming off that shoulder. You're rotating the upper body so you can reach your elbow towards your knee. The head and the neck are very neutral here. You're not reaching forward with them. Often I hear women after we've done this, their neck is really fatigued. So just make it hang nice and heavy in that little basket you've created with your interlaced fingers. Lift that shoulder up and off. Find that rotation through your core. Let your obliques come to the rescue. 15 seconds. Keep going. Ooh. 4, 3, 2, rest. Okay. If you feel a little tension in that lower back, just go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Feel a little rounding, a little stretch for that lower back, that lumbar area. Maybe tuck your nose in towards your knees. Feel that nice stretch through the back. And then come up to seated. We're going to grab some water. And then we are going to come back to our last time through this circuit. All right, hydration is key. I've got some electrolytes in my water. If anybody wants a really great electrolyte brand, let me know. I'm not really big on a lot of those mainstream ones you see, like Limit, pretty much just using table salt to rehydrate you. I really like to use real salt, mineralized salt, getting a lot more of those trace minerals back to the body. All right, I also have magnesium in my water, targeting that muscle repair. And then after this workout, I'm gonna take my creatine, making sure I am doing all of the recovery, all of the positive things. And of course, I'm gonna have a nice protein-filled meal, following along with my macronutrients for hormonal health. Because at 41, definitely feel those hormones creeping up and going all over the place. All right, so I'm gonna start it. Grab those dumbbells for our shoulder rack squats. We have 10 seconds. All right, dumbbells up to the shoulder for 3, 2, feet are hip width, and let's go. Last time here with these shoulder rack squats. Get nice and low. Still try to get those thighs parallel. I want you grounding through the entire foot, not just the heels. Make sure those knees aren't caving in. Heels are staying on the ground. We have about 5 seconds. Let's try to get one more rep and rest. All right. Down for our clamshells on our left side, working that right side, knees, heels together, and then elevate the heels up. All right, and we're working. Again, you can place that dumbbell right on your thigh for a little added weight, resistance bands, whatever you got going on today. Good. For 5 seconds. Woo. 2 and 1, rest. For the first 10 seconds, I always think, oh, this is so easy, such a nice little break. Then the rest of the time, I feel the burn. Elevate those heels for 3, 2, and let's go. And just notice when we do single-sided exercises, if one side's a lot tougher, if you feel a little less stable on one side, I like to try to bring that acknowledgement and awareness to imbalances I have within my body, so I can really work to try to rectify, strengthen those weaker areas or those weaker sides. So something like a bench press where you're using a barbell, your dominant side will always help and rest the more weaker side. So maybe doing heavy dumbbell presses so that you can work out those imbalances. All right, we have our sumo squat. Nice wide stance, toes turn out. We got our heavy dumbbell, 30 seconds. Last time here. Get down nice and low. Keep that chest lifted. Good. Try not to arch too much through that lower back. Nice. 10 seconds. Working the glutes, the inner thighs. For 3, 2, and rest, lateral lunges. Again, We have a few options for dumbbell placement. I'm keeping it up by my chest just to try to keep my chest a little bit more lifted. And we are sinking through that left side, toes face forward. Good. Slow, controlled movement. You can also, if you're feeling super fatigued, drop the weight completely and just use your body weight. Body weight is better than just stopping the exercise completely. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Let's set up for our right side. My heart rate is at 160. These are really tough for me. Those lateral movements. I often forget to train my lateral movement. All right. We are working. Good, 20 seconds left. Push that bum back. Bend through that knee. Good. Core is engaged. Less than 10. 5, 3, 2, and rest. All right, legs done. We're down on our back, coming into the narrow press. Again, if you don't have light enough dumbbells, and this is really challenging, you can come into just that traditional press. You can come into modified push-ups if you'd like. We're working. There's always a way to make exercise accessible, modifications, variations. The key is just listening to your body, trying to get that inner motivation, holding yourself accountable, that determination, not giving up when it gets hard, and rest. Because as soon as an exercise gets easier, that's when you up your weight, increase your load, and you keep going. All right, we're in here for that tricep kickback. Right hand has the dumbbell, elbow by the hips, extending that dumbbell back. Working our tricep, the back of our arm. Really squeeze on that extension. Core is engaged. These are killer. Good. Woo. Hope you guys are enjoying this workout. All right, switching to that left side. We are almost done, guys. We have 2 groupings left. We have our back and our shoulders. Ending on shoulders, spicy, spicy. All right, left arm is going, 30 seconds on the clock. We're gazing down. We're trying to relax those shoulders. Bringing this movement just from our triceps. Core is in. Breath is somewhat controlled and steady. Good. And rest. I was just waiting for that beep. All right. Bent over rows, whether you're in the table, whether you're standing and you're in a hinge, starting with that right hand. I'm finding it a little bit more comfortable just standing, hinge, slight bend to my knee, driving that right elbow back and up. Good, I'm really retracting that shoulder blade together, pulling it back. Core is in. Nice. Exhale to drive. Two, and rest. Switch sides. Let's go into our left. Then we've got fly. Shoulder press, lateral raise, single-sided yoga bike, and done. Okay, I'm coming into that hinge. My knees are bent, core is engaged, and I'm driving back. I'm really pulling that shoulder blade back as well. Good. Exhale to drive back. Inhale to come back to that starting position. Sometimes if I put my opposite hand on my core, it's just that little reminder for me to keep it engaged. Sometimes all it takes, and rest, is a little touch to the muscle group you're working for that mind-muscle connection to happen. All right, bent over fly. Woo. All right, 30 seconds, let's go. Hinge forward, dumbbells out to the side, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Holy flip. I'll keep my commentary clean on these videos, but it's not clean in my mind. So, you know, this is super tough. And rest. All right, guys, we are down. Grab whatever's challenging you for these shoulders. We have 5 seconds. Legs nice and wide. Dumbbells at your shoulders. Exhale to dry. Good job. "20 seconds. We can do it. We can do it. 15. Good. 10. Definitely slower this time around. Get one more in and rest. Oh, those were absolutely murdersome. Okay, one dumbbell. Lateral raises. Okay, single arm, right hand starting. And remember, I'm going on that slight 45. Good. You do not need heavy dumbbells for lateral raises. That goes for front raises as well. 10 seconds. My arms are absolutely fatigued. And rest, guys. All right, 10 seconds. This is our last exercise. Then we're gonna do those bicycle crunches and then we are done. Okay, just slightly out to the side, a little 45-degree angle here. Core is engaged. I've got just a slight little bend to my knees. I'm just not locking out my joints. Good, we're halfway. 10 seconds, we can do it. I'll count you down at 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Amazing work. This was tough, at least for me. Don't go too far. We're gonna do our yoga bikes. 1 minute, quick cool down, some water, and then we are done. All right, right to your back. We're starting right away, right into those yoga bikes. Keep that lower back grounded, shoulder rotating in as we reach the elbow to the knee. Good job, guys. Looking good. Halfway. Ooh. Keep going all the way to the end. I know you're tired. Good, good, good. 10 seconds. Longest 10 seconds ever. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Good job. That was tough. Grab some water. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's stretch out quickly. Legs nice and wide. Flex those feet, pull the toes back towards your face, fingertips in the center. We're gonna just slowly hinge forward. Reach those hands as far away from the body as you can. Let's stretch through those inner thighs after those sumos. Good job. You should always thank yourself for that movement, for what your body is able to accomplish, for all that it does for us. Always feel grateful, even though exercise is tough, the mindset around exercise and movement is tough. We are showing up for ourselves in one of the most beneficial and positive ways possible. And come back up to center. Let's come into butterfly, soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to just fall out to the side. Stay nice and tall through the spine. If you'd like to take a slight hinge to deepen through this stretch, just keep the back straight. Nice. All right, come back to center. I want you to place the left shin so it's parallel with your workout mat. We're gonna internally rotate that right knee so both our knees are at that 90-90. And we're gonna either stay upright if this is enough of a hip stretch for you, or we're gently gonna walk our hands forward, folding over that left leg. We're holding here. Slowly breathe into any tension, any discomfort. You just don't want to feel any sharp, sudden pains. Release tension through the shoulders, through the face, the jaw. Walk those fingertips back up. Stay where you are. We're going to rotate the torso over towards that left thigh and start to walk your hands away. Good. We're holding here. Breathing. Gently walk those fingers back to center. I like to lean into my left hand towards that left hip to swing my right leg out in front. I'm going to set up on the right side. So my right shin is now parallel with that top face. My left knee internally rotates. I'm going to square my hips to the front, walk my hands forward. I want to feel that stretch through my glute. And I'm going to hold here for a few breaths. Good. And walk those fingertips back in. Rotate the torso so that it's over that right thigh. Walk those hands away. Just notice if you're clenching your jaw here. Anytime we work through our hip, we often will bring tension somewhere else. So just relax through the jaw, relax through the shoulders, the face, that space between the eyebrows. See if you can soften. And come back up to center, right hand down by that right hip. Let's swing that left leg out. Come into a comfortable seat, hands interlace in front of the body. Reach those palms away, allow the upper back, mid back to round. Maybe the chin gently tucks into the chest, scoop that belly in. And let's flip that around. Grab the hands behind the back, reach the hands away from the body, stretch through the chest, the shoulders, maybe gaze up. Good, come back to center, roll those shoulders back a few times. A last stretch here, let's just stretch through those triceps. Right arm reaches up, bend that arm or that elbow. The left hand's gonna gently press down on the right elbow. The palm is facing the body on the right hand. Good, switch sides, bend that left elbow. Left palm is against the body, press down with that right. Good, come back to center, roll those shoulders a few times. If you wanna circle your neck, release any tension. Let's feel this exercise with our breath. Nice big inhale, reach those arms up. And as we bring the hands down, let's exhale, sigh. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Big sigh. One more time, inhale. And exhale, sigh. I hope you guys are feeling balanced. I hope you guys are feeling energized. All of those good things. Thank you for working out with me today. Have a lovely rest of your day.